Hello everyone. Hi, how are you? I hope, yeah, this is our second week, our Python tutorial. So let's start section 5. Yeah, which deal about the Python logic and loops in Python, as we have seen in section 1 in the previous video, like what's logic, what's loop in Python programming. So here is this section, uh, just will give us some hint about logic, loops in Python, uh, just the structure, how we gonna structure the logic, loop, uh, within the conditional statements. Okay, so this topic deals about the conditional execution, the conditional statement, introduction, VS Code. I hope I am gonna prepare one like tutorial for Google Colab, another tutorial for VS Code, and same like for other tools. Okay, I'm gonna do that one. Okay, I have a plan to do just one uh, tutorial for each tools what we're gonna use. Okay, so here is the VS Code. VS Code is another, like, it, it uses like a Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab, uh, PyCharm, and other. It's like the Python IDLE, okay, like integrated uh, development environment, learning environment. Okay, so like Jupyter, we can install this VS Code in Anaconda, depending on our Anaconda version. Actually, the latest version, Anaconda latest version, has VS Code too. Okay, but in mine, I think, yeah, it's old version. Maybe I will update this one. It's old version. There is no VS Code in here, but I will update this one, and I will make a video about just one full tutorial about how we're gonna manipulate, how we're gonna use VS Code for Python. Okay, so uh, after that we have some basic Python about loop, about some basic concepts about logics. Okay, so this topic 5 focuses on the logic and loops in Python. Okay, so loops in here using controlling loops, the control, how we control our loop, how we gonna stop. Okay, there are some controlling mechanisms, how we gonna execute the loop, and then how we gonna control the loop. Okay, so we'll see. And problem solving with loops. So we have some exercises, some examples. So we will see one by one. Okay, so in here it's conditional execution working through. You can watch this one, and let's go through. Think, yeah, conditional execution example, section 3. Okay, so let's download this one. Here is a conditional execution. How we gonna, there are conditional statements in Python, right? So how we gonna execute them, providing a comprehensive understanding of their usage. Okay, so let's download this part. Hope it's downloading. So conditional execution. Okay, so let's open this part. this part. Conditional execution, I think. Yeah, I think this one, right? Conditional execution. So in this conditional execution, there is a conditional statement in Python that provides comprehensive understanding of just the usage, okay, and the application. So it has some learning objectives, how conditional statements like if, else, else if, they are just conditionals, okay, conditional keywords like if, else, elif, or else if. Okay, so let's see them one by one. Okay, so in this case, here is the objective of conditional execution. We have a conditional key. Okay, this conditional keywords has if, elif, else. Elif means else if. Okay, so in this case, if there is one condition, in this case there is more than one condition. Let's see one by one. What is if statement? If statement is like a statement execute a block of code only when a condition is true. Okay, and also it's a simple form of conditional executions, conditional statement executions, and used to trigger an action just based on specific criteria or limited conditions. Okay, and for example, like using like warning, if there is some deforestation, there will be warning, right? If there is a deforestation, there is true, right? So there will be warning. So exceeds a certain level, and it can control a flow by deciding whether to run a code of block or just skip. So it's a condition. It will be like true or false. If, look at this, if the deforestation rate exceeds 20%, and print the warning if it does. Okay, unless, that means if the deforestation rate is 25, that's true, it's more than 25, that's true. If true, there will be like a critical deforestation warning. Okay, deforestation warning. So in this case, look at this, deforestation rate is like 25%, right? But check if the deforestation rate is exceed 20, like the function, or if conditional function, if deforestation rate greater than 20%, I mean 0.2 means 20% times 100% times 100, right? Make it 20. So 20% print critical. So here is our variable which has the value 25%, right? So this 2.5 is greater than 0.25. So print, in this case, print critical deforestation, right? So like that. And another if statement is nested if. Okay, nested if. What is nested if? Nested if statements are a conditional, like same conditional. Check whether another if block, more than one if, right? Useful for complex decision making with multiple conditions. Okay, there are not only one condition, just more than one condition, but one if condition in the other, that makes just nest. Okay, it allows, step by step validation before executing the code. Example, like check if the deforestation exceeds the level and if the area is protected. Like two conditions in here. One is like if there is two conditions. One is if there a deforestation rate exceed this percent, and is the area protected. stick condition. Okay, if it fulfilled the two condition, it will be true. Okay, so look at the deforestation rate is 18%. It's greater than 15, right? Here given is 15, not the above one. And protected area is area true, means it's protected, already protected area. Okay, so if deforestation rate greater than this 15%, that means it's 18%, right? Yes, it's true. If another if statement in here, inside the if statement, okay, here is the first if statement, another if statement. If protected area, that means if it's protected area, that's true, right? If it's not protected area, it's already protected, so it makes false. Okay, so look at the comment, read the comment. If the protected area is equivalent to 2, if the protected area is equal to true, right? Which means protected area, this written is like is equal to true. Like, let's make it, yeah, let's make it, which means it's like equal to true. Okay, true. If protected area true, it's just same as like this. Okay, so print, Python understand this one, right? Print then if this print is in if protected area and deforestation is greater than 1, yes, it's true. It's also true. Print urgent action needed in protected area due to high deforestation rate. It was like it was protected area already, but still there is high, deforestation rate. So it needs an urgent action, that's why. So let's print and see the result. Urgent action needed, protected area. Just what Python needs, like critical thinking, guys. Just we should think. For example, let's do maybe yeah, what about if it's not protected area, if it's not deforestation less than this one, less for example greater than yeah, let's make it same. And what about this one, 12? What will be print? Nothing, right? Nothing, because it's this print already prepared for only this, not other options. If here is false, right? This one is false because it's this one is false. So in this case it's false, in this case true, so we cannot get print this one. So in this case let's else, yeah, let's print yes, else we can print no, okay, else if the condition is not fulfilled, print, maybe we can put our print, just no worry, no need to worry. Okay, no need to worry, no need to worry. Okay, let's see, run. See, no need to worry because this is 12%, this is 15%. Okay, let's make it, here is like 18% like the previous one, and make it run. See, urgent action needed. Yeah, because this one is true, this one is true, so it will be print this one. But unless either of one is false, for example, look at this. Okay, this one is true. Let's make it this one is protected. Here is protected area is true, right? So in this case, protected area not true. Equal not, it is equal not true, right? True, which means This one is true, this one is false, right? So what will be the result? It's not fulfilled the condition, right? So print. Let's see. So yeah, this else condition should be inside here, okay? Inside here, okay? There will be indentation issue here. Print this one, see? Because this unfulfilled condition is in here, in this if, the second if, the nested one inside if condition, okay? So we can use like that, but in our case we have only this picture or condition, this one, this print. Yeah, so what about the if else, if else, if else. So what is if else? Is like if else statement provides two alternative execution path like the above. If it's true, yeah, that's okay. If it's not true, yeah, we have another option. If it's true, say this. If it's not true, say the opposite one, okay? So if statement provides two alternative execution paths. The if block runs when the condition is true, okay? The else block, we have if and else, two keywords in here, right? So the if block runs when the condition is true, okay? And the else block runs when the condition is false, okay? Ensure that one and only one block of code is executed, okay? Ensure that only one block of code is executed. Example, like for example, look at this. Creating a simple notification system for deforestation activity, okay? And commonly used for like a yes or no decision is in program, mostly, yeah, yes or no, because it has two conditions, whether it will be yes or no, right? In this case we will use if else. So let's see. Print the deforestation alert message if the alert is active. That means the alert is true. When we supposed the alert is true, yeah, will be true. Otherwise, nothing. Yeah, no need to alert. So look at this. Deforestation alert equal to true means there is a deforestation alert. If the deforestation alert is true, it means like true, okay? True, print alert deforestation detected. Otherwise, if it's not true, it will be another option, no deforestation alert, okay? So this one is true, right? This one is true. So what did you expect? Alert. If this is false, make it false. False means the condition is, yeah, opposite, okay? So make it this, no deforestation alert, okay? If it's true, yes, true, there will be alert. There will be alert, okay? So make it like this, okay? What is else if? Else if, this is elif, so it means like else and if. It was like if else, but here is else and if, okay? Two keywords together. Else if stands for else if, else and if, like here is else and if, okay? Stands two words and used to test additional conditions, okay? Another additional condition, more than two, like if the previous was two conditions, if else, right? It works like for two conditions, but this elif works for more than two conditions. There is another third, fourth, fifth conditions. Okay, so in that case it is evaluated only if the previous if or elif conditions are false. Okay, if this one is false, we can try another chance. If this one is false, we can try another chance. Okay, so if the previous condition is false, we can continue to use elif. It allows multiple conditions to be checked. Multiple conditions. For example, when we state like grade, if the student got this much mark, he will get A. Otherwise, else if he will get B. Otherwise, he will get C. Otherwise, he got D, F. It's more than two conditions, so we can use elif in this case. Okay, so let's see this part. If the deforestation rate is greater than 20%, not right, it's false, because the deforestation rate is 10% in here. It's false. Okay, great. Let's continue to the next condition. Deforestation rate greater than 10%. Still it's false, because deforestation rate is 10. Okay, the conditions are false, so we can continue the last condition, else. Print normal, so it will be print normal, right? So normal level, the deforestation is normal because deforestation rate is 10. One condition, if it's greater than 20%, another condition greater than 10%, but it's 10, it's normal. It's like as usual. Okay, it's as usual. Okay, so another conditional statements, look at this. Yeah, chain conditional statements. Okay, it's also another conditional statement, but chain conditional uses if, elif, else together. Okay, like this one here is also a chain conditional, right? To evaluate multiple conditions. These conditions are checked from top to bottom. Check this one and then execute line by line, check by from the top to bottom. Only first true condition is execute, just done. Okay, only here is true, just done. It will print implement emergency measure. If it's not true, it will continue check this part. If it's true, it will just done here, execute the program here, print this one. If it's not true, still it's false, it's continue check elif another. If it's done, it will be done here, execute here. If it's true, it will be execute here. Otherwise, continue another condition to check. Finally, it will just else, it will print this one, this part. Okay, used when there are more than two possible outcomes, like elif. Okay, here is a conditional chain conditions. Condition connect with another condition, connect with another conditions. Okay, ensure that exact one branch of code runs, like selecting specific environmental actions based on deforestation level. So look at this, the deforestation rate is 12%, right? So if the deforestation rate here is 30%, print implement emergency measure. Now, not right, it's false, because here is 12%, here is 30%, here is 20%, not still, it's false. Here is 10%, it will be print here, monitor and plan forestation, because it's 12% is greater than this 10%. Okay, so it will be print this one. So yeah, monitor and plan the deforestation rate. Okay, to just understand the concept, guys. That's the main thing. Python, before we just writing the code, we have to understand the problem. Okay, we have to have think critically. Okay, just what it states. Here is another condition, like look at yes, for example, in this case I think, yeah, you can change this one. For example, if we make it like 20% is 10%, it will be print here increasing instead of increasing surveillance and conservation effort. Okay, it executes here. So but it's 20. So okay, what about if this 10 is like 11%, like 13%, 13%, it will be print the last one. Continue. Yes, print deforestation rate within the safe limits. Okay, like that. So back to this one and print. It will be elif. If elif, finally else. Okay, here is what kind of condition? Like chain condition. Okay, chain condition, and it is same. Just guys, check this one. Look at this. The deforestation rate is 10%. Is 30%. It's false. Greater than 30%. Greater than 20%. Greater than. Here is 10 equal to 10. Oh, it will be print this one. It will else. Here is also print. Let's print this one and check what will be. Deforestation has reached the maximum safe limit. Where is that? Deforestation, this part, wait, it will be print here. But here is also print, but it executes here, not continue until this. But it's also true, right? It will be print like monitor and plan. If it like if it's false, it will be continue to print this one. Otherwise, last one. Okay. So conditional statement keywords not and pass. Okay, if not statement. In the conditional statement case, what is if not statement is like if not means if it's true, it will be false. If it was false, it will be like true, right? The opposite. So if not statement in Python provide keyword is a keyword and like adding flexible and clarity conditional statements. Not is just logical negation, negation operator that reverse the condition. The condition is a result. It will be reverse. If it's true, it will be false. If it's false, it will be true, right? If not is used to check whether the condition is false in a readable way. Improve code clarity compared to explicitly comparing value to false. Okay, like commonly used when checking absence, empathiness, and other conditions, like for example reporting a forest as healthy when no deforestation is detected and triggering an alert otherwise. Okay, so look at this. Deforestation detect is false. That means there is no deforestation detection or indication. Deforestation indication. It's false, right? If not deforestation detected means if it is like deforestation detected is false, right? Not false, it's true. So print forest is healthy. Yes, it will be print this one. Else print this one. So it will be print the first condition, right? Forest is healthy because not deforestation detected. This deforestation detected is false, right? It is like deforestation detected means it's like false. Okay, not false means like look at this. If it's false, the opposite, it will be print the other conditions, okay, the other conditions, but it's already false. It's already false in false is true. So it is, if it's not, what will be the condition else? Wait, look at deforestation detect. Here is true. If detection print forest is deforested, otherwise not. Okay, so you can check like that. And pass statement is another condition. Like, what's pass statement is like, pass is a null statement, okay, null in Python that performs no action, just skip, okay, nothing execute. It's used when a statement is systematically or necessarily required, but no code should run. Commonly used as a placeholder, like while planning or structure code. When we write a code, we will like make a placeholder. Okay, that's pass. Commonly used, like, yeah, just placeholder. This pass prevents syntax error caused by empty code block, especially if statements in the if statement case. To resolve errors from empty condition block, pass can be like inserted to safety Python syntax rules. Okay, so when this executed, pass does nothing and produce no output. Okay, just pass is pass, just skip something. Okay, pass should be used carefully. Sometimes it will like make error in our code, so we have to use carefully. Or overuse can hide real logics sometimes, and then we'll get some error. So overusing pass, just, so we have to just practice this one. And for example, look at this. How we gonna, here is like, let's make it like, if deforestation rate greater than 10%, else 10%, there is nothing in here, right? 10%, so what? Print something, say something, nothing, right? Okay, then else, this is the last condition, right? Here is a two conditional statement. So in this case there is nothing in here. Let's print it and let's see. Look, here is an indentation error, execute after if statements. No, that's not the case, but there is no anything in here. For example, if we make it pass, let's print. See, look at this, no immediate action required. Skip this part. Okay, that means, or let's make it right, print something, print need if the deforestation rate greater than 0.1 or 10%. Here is 5%, right? So no need any action. Oh, it needs an emergent action. It needs an urgent action for, okay, print this one and let's see, because here is 10%, but here is, let's make it 15%. It will be print the first one. It needs an urgent action, okay, because here is 15%, but our if condition is 10%. More than 10%, yes, it is more than 10%, so the execution is happening here. But in this case, let's make it pass, nothing, but there is no error, okay, because the answer would be here, the execution would be here, but it's pass would not print this one, okay. But if the execution like 5, so it will be print the second condition, okay. So check like that, guys. Okay, ternary operator, yeah, so ternary, what's ternary operator? Okay, ternary operator is used for inline condition expressions. Like in the concatenation case, we saw like codes in one line, right? Like that, ternary operator is used for inline conditions expression, if else in one line, okay, in one line, okay, come here, in one line, if this one happen, else this one, just continue in one line and then print the execution. And useful like when the condition is simple and easy to read, okay. Otherwise, if the condition is not complex, we cannot understand easily, okay, there will be make confusion. So Python syntax follows the pattern, like on true, like what is that, look at this, on true if the condition, else false, okay, on true if this is true, this is happening when this is true, else it will be execute this part, okay. The condition is evaluated first, if true, like on true is executed, if this is true, this one will be executed or returned, if false it will be executed. That means the second condition, okay. Improve code conciseness and readableness when used appropriately. Just so this ternary operator uses for simple conditions, okay, not for complex conditions. Look at this, deforestation rate is our first condition, like status high if the deforestation rate greater than this one, okay. It will be print high if the deforestation rate is greater than 1, okay. If it's false, it will be normal and high status will be print here. Two alternatives, status it can be high or it can be normal in this condition. This will be a variable, right? But here is like text for explanation, deforestation status, blah blah. So what would you expect here? 0.07, it's not less than 10%, right? So it will be normal, okay, it will be normal, else normal, deforestation status normal, okay. And yeah, this is all about this example, guys. I think I should be hurry up. So exercise, let's go to exercise part. Like same exercise we're gonna do. Let's download this part. Right, that's the title, conditional statements, okay, conditional statements, go, conditional statements, okay, conditional statements, okay, conditional execution, conditional statements exercise, right, conditional exercise. Oh, okay. Yeah, conditional. Okay, so we'll have if, elif, else. So this is the conditional statement keywords what we're gonna apply for our exercise. So let's see, look at this. Let's read first the exercise 1 is like, let's read. Use conditional statements to categorize animal based on its risk status. The program should define a variable like individual in a wild. See, individual in wild, one variable. Okay, so this variable representing the number of individuals in the wild. Okay, and use it to print the correct response based on the following categories. So individual in a wild variable, assume there are 5,500 leopards left in South Africa. Assign this number to individual, this variable, right? Individual variable, this one. So 5,000, 5,500, yeah, 5,500 leopard left in South Africa is total individual species. So there are one condition: if the individual is less than 1,000, in between 1,000 to 5,000, in between 5,001 up to 20,000, and more than 20,000. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 conditions. So we're gonna use like chain conditional statements, right? If, elif, and else. So if the first condition, write this one. If here is the species, the variable. If this condition is less than, look at this, if less than 1,000, right? Less than 1,000 is true, it will be print what? Print what? Critical in danger, right? Critical in danger. If this condition is false, let's continue to another condition. We have more than 2 conditions, so we're going to elif equal to, take this variable, elif this condition. What about the condition this from 1,000, right? Less from 1,000 up to, if, look at this, if for this in between this, right? If it's greater than 1,000 and logical condition, right? And less than 5,000. 5,000 is true. 5,000 is true. What will be? Print what? Print if this condition is true. Both conditions are true. Okay, in this case, both conditions are true. It will be print in danger. okay, be print in danger. That means we can compare everything compared to this one, our first variable, okay. And another condition, elif, the last condition we use else, right? So elif individual conditions wild colon print will be vulnerable, okay, vulnerable. Condition is true. If it's false, it will be reach the execution from here. Safe, it will be the species like individual wild else print like safe. If all above conditions are not fulfilled or false, it will be just safe. Okay, let's print and see. Will be, I think I made something mistake. Yeah, in this condition, I think, yeah, we can critical endanger elif greater than 100. Okay, let's see, greater than 100. I think, let's see, 100 greater than 1000, but less than this one. Okay, let's see, elif individual one, this one is, I think, less than this one. Yeah, we can use maybe this condition, and individual, kind of two conditions, individual less than this, two variables together. Let's see, yes. Okay, if elif in this condition, yeah, there is two conditions same time. Okay, there is also another 5000. So what is that? This one, elif vulnerable. What is vulnerable? Individual. Okay, man. Here is greater than 5000. 5001. Nope. 5001. And individual. Individual in wildlife, let them 20. Wait, it's 20,000 in between. 20,000, right? So okay, individual 20,000. Yeah, there is some error. Colon, I used two colons. So vulnerable, that means our species, this leopardo species left, or leopardo, not species actually, number of leopardos are in between 5 up to 20,000, right? So it will be print vulnerable, okay. But if it's less than, like, make it like 500, it will be print this one, less than 1000, right? Will be critical in danger. If it's like 1500, it will be print in danger, right? It will print in danger. If it's like 5500, it's more than 5000, so it will be print vulnerable. If it's less than 55,000, it's like safe. Great. Okay, so you can check like that. Oh, but anyhow, I think there are so many options we're gonna tackle this problem. Okay, this is one way, but you guys try in another way. Okay, you guys try with another way and check even the solution. Maybe, yeah, the solution, there are solution in here. So yes. So what about the second problem in here? Let's see. Here is the problem, and here we should have write the code here. So use a conditional statement to determine if a region is experiencing water scarcity. The program should store two variables, like rainfall variable, rain come on, rainfall equal to one variable, average annual rainfall. Okay, average annual rainfall, and population density, another variable. Okay, population density also another variable. Come on. Okay, population density with another variable. So people in a square kilometer, it should print the appropriate message based on the following criteria to determine water scarcity. Okay, so we have one condition here, another condition here, another third condition, but the second condition has also another two conditions inside there. It's nested. Okay, but here is like chain conditions, but there is also another nested in here. One condition, rainfall, is this, and another population condition is two conditions in here in this condition. So assume the annual rainfall. The annual rainfall is like 205 mm, and the population density is like 400 448 square kilometer. Okay, and then let's write the conditions. Let's do the first condition. If severity, severe scarcity, if the rainfall is less than 500 and the population density is more than this one, there is two conditions, right? If look, if rainfall rain 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 okay, rainfall, if the rainfall condition, if the rainfall is like less than 500, right? 500 and look, it should be both conditions true, right? So we should use AND logic, not OR, not a and X other conditions, just AND conditions. We need to fulfill both this condition, and the second condition will be the population density. Like here is the population, yeah, density. This one is like the population density more than this, greater than 500, right? 500. If it's true, fulfill these two conditions, it would be like print. That means the rainfall is decreasing, the population is increasing. It will be like CV, right? So it will be print. This one is okay, this message. So yes, true. And another condition, elif, wait, elif, because we are in here, elif, like elif if both of the following are true. Like is like the rainfall here is this, so right, this mean 100 less than 500 mm, 1000 mm. This okay, and call and for it less than or equal to, right, 1000. Okay, 1000 in this condition, if the condition is fulfilled, it will be print what? Moderate, 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 moderate. Okay, so third condition, I think third. Oh, there is also another condition here, right? Like another condition in here, like, yeah, population density is between this. Okay, it should be connected with and should be also true with the population density will be in between this. Okay, in between this. Okay, and inclusive. Oh, come on. In between, like between 200 less than or equal to the population. Come on, where's that? No, it's the wrong place. Here, here, and 200. Look at this. 200 less than or equal to the population less than or equal to 500. Okay, 500. So okay, and this condition will be come to here, else it will be execute print no scarcity, come on. So we did not change this one, no scarcity. That means this one is false, another this one is false, so it will be print this one. Execute here. The program execute here or done at this condition. So the rainfall is less than this. Yes, it's true. The population is greater than 500. No, it's false. So this condition is false. And second condition, rainfall is between 500 up to 1000. Rainfall is 205, right? It's false. And another condition with end, in the end logical condition case, it will be true when both true, otherwise false. Okay, so we got false here, so it will be false. Whatever this condition, we're not gonna check this one, whether it's true or false, because it's false. Here is the end logic. Okay, so it will be moderate, so it's false, and then come to here, so it's right. Okay, third exercise, like yeah, third exercise is okay, let's do what is this size. Here we have code space. Let's read. To assist recycling initiative. write a code that will categorize items based on their material type and size, and output category of recycling. Okay, the program should store two variables, material and size. Material equal to one variable, size equal to another variable. Okay, so come on. So ah okay, yeah, so here is third, one of our variables is material, which has this list. Okay, which has this list. What are the lists like? Look at it. The program stores two variables, this, and we can have 4 and 3 possible values. It will have 4 possible values, this one, the second is 3 possible values. That means, look, here is our list variable, list items for the first variable. Okay, what is list? Come on, here is list. Second possibility, not exactly the 4 or 3 list, it can be 1, whatever it is, but the possible value is like in this list. Okay, in this list, the possible value. So output category of recycling, the output will be special handling for large metal or glass items. If it's metal or glass, it will be special handling. For medium size items and small metal or glass item, and large means like in the size. It is small, medium, large. Metal or glass is like in the material. Okay, so it's a combined two conditions. One is here the size, that is the material type. Size, medium size here, another material types, medium size, small size, and another metal is also low condition. Okay, so in this case, we can pick like one paper for metal or small for that, but let's write the full condition first, and I'll come to one by one. So the first condition is like all material, all conditions, size, all conditions, and then if let's write these conditions. If like if size equal to like large, this one, if size is large, because it's large, right? Special handling, to print special handling, the first case, large, size is large, and two conditions, right? It's metal or glass. Material, like there is two conditions here. Material equal to with the metal, or in this case can be or, but this material conditions be yellow. In this case, it can be metal, it can be glass. Okay, and material will be plastic. Yeah, glass. Okay, this condition. So in this, if this field, our output is like print this condition, right? So we're gonna use like chain conditional statements, right? As we did uh, in our previous example. So another condition will be elif. Elif condition. This is standard recycling. To print standard recycling, we will have fulfill these conditions. The condition for all medium size item and small size, medium and small size in the size variable, and metal or glass in the material conditions. Okay, elif size, what is that? What elif? Yeah, size equal to what? Medium, right? Else equal to medium. Okay, medium, and it should be fulfill all medium size item and small. Medium, and small metal for metal conditions, like it should be metal small. So another condition here, like size equal to small, right? Small. Okay. And another condition, material. Okay, so we should have material equal to what? Metal. First metal or glass, right? Material equal to glass. Okay, so if this condition is like, first execute the material will be metal or glass, and then the size is small, and then the size medium. So print what condition is like standard recycling condition. Okay, standard recycling condition. Okay, so what compositing composite material? Okay, like combining different material types. Okay, that will be composite. So elif is not the last one. So elif size, let's read this one. Composite small paper item. Okay, elif size equal to paper, right? Paper and what is this? Small and the material equal to paper. Okay, guys, elif, we need colon here. So here is size, guys. What about the size? Small, right? Small. Okay, print what will be? Composite. It's composite material. Composite. But last one, else, right? Else print if it is out of this above condition, like oh, not else, guys. We have another else condition here. Yes, stick item and all other cases. So let's bring it. Okay, elif, check this. Elif size, in this case size is small, right? Equal to, come on, oh, come on, man. Size small. And what about the material condition? Plastic. Okay, plastic. Okay, and material equal to, okay, equal to plastic, right? Equal to plastic. Okay, okay, plastic. So print like print this condition. Still we have another condition. Okay, we can use else in that case. Okay, this condition, come on, else use print all other cases. Print so okay, same like this. Okay, same print, because we use all other cases, means if it's false, if it's like false, it will be another condition. So all other conditions like landfill, this condition and all other conditions will be landfill condition. So landfill. Okay, but look at this. Let's make it, this one is copy and make another, cell. Let me, come on. Wow, busy man. Just copy, let's cell here, and let's make it to an optional. As I told you before, it should be like one, maybe small. Make it like, if the material is paper, this is small like this. So it will be landfill. What about the material is like plastic, and let's see the result. What this is medium, medium, print this one. Okay, large, the size is large, land. This part is, I think there is something here, not, yeah, sometimes this Jupyter notebook and Google Colab like memorize the previous cell answer, so it's repeating even if the condition is changed. Let's see, run this part again and run this part again. Another condition, let's make it like make it the plastic instead of glass, right? Glass. So print, still landfill, yeah. So it's not exactly landfill the answer for this condition, but sometimes Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook memorize the previous. Guys, please take care on this part. So we should have like restart, refresh this part, and let's see, refresh. Okay, let's refresh. Refresh. So there is no one way to write a code actually, but until we just have some basic knowledge about this programming coding, we have to use like the same structure, and then we can write everything as like we understand. Okay, the way we just understand, we can change the variable. You can write even different formats like inline, like ternary type. You can use maybe like use many prints, or you can use to make efficient our code like less print statements. We use like compiling, okay, line by line. Okay, so it's now refreshing. Let's change, and what is that land field, for example? Let's see, let's change this part is like, oh, list or variable. No need list actually. Like paper, code in code, like more conditions. Okay, because it's small materials paper, right? And what about part? It's large. The material is large. Mm, material is large, and yeah, the size is large. No, no way. The size is large. Size is large, and the material is like made of one glass. So we will print special landing. So that's different. Okay. Where let's go to exercise 4. Um, so what is this says? Okay. Write a program to evaluate use of renewable energy source in household. Okay. The program should define a variable solar. Yes, one variable we have solar, just solar, and the store whether or not solar is true false value only, right? So use this exercise using if not solar, that store whether or not how is solar only. So let's use true or false. True. And if not, if household does not use solar, means if not solar need improvement, needs improvement, otherwise being eco-friendly. So if 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 not solar, if not solar, if not solar is true, print this one, right? Solar means if not solar, print this one. So need, if it's true, print this one. Otherwise, there is two conditions, right? One condition this one, another condition. Otherwise means like we should use else. So else print, otherwise print uh, eco-friendly, eco-friendly, eco-friendly. Okay, let's print eco-friendly. So if we are not using solar, it will be improvement. It will be improvement. It needs improvement. So can do like that. True. We use solar, eco-friendly. No need to worry about exercise 5. So 5, look at this. So exercise, write a program that issues an alert if the deforestation in an area exceeds to a certain threshold or a certain limit. Define a variable. It is our variable deforestation rate. Okay, deforestation rate is assigned. It can be any number between 0 and 1. 0.01, for example, or 0.01, just 0. Yeah, it's fine. Any number in between this deforestation. So if the deforestation rate, if this the deforestation rate 0 0.1, it's 2%. Print what? Print this. We need, it needs an action. Okay? Not it. If it's not, nothing. Print. So let's print and see this part first. Okay? Because our deforestation rate is not 10%, it's 9%. So nothing is print. Right? Nothing print. Right? Nothing print. Or sometimes we can use like else what? Pass. Right? Pass. Nothing print. Pass. Nothing print. Same. And if it's like, look at this, if it's 0.2, the deforestation is like this, it prints. It needs an agency. If it's like 1.5 also, it needs hat. It's 0.08, nothing happening. Yeah, same like that. Okay, let's do exercise 6. Develop a program to check air quality index, AQI, air quality index. Okay, so the program should define a variable, air quality index, as a variable. It can be any integer value between this. Okay, from 0 to 300. Okay, let's make it 200. 200. Okay, one variable and value. It should then use ternary operator, ternary operator, to print just in one line. Okay, if elif, else should be written right in one line. Okay, let's write our code in one line. So in one line, use ternary print poor air quality if this is above 100 or good air quality otherwise. Okay, for example, status, as like previous example, status we use result equal to or greater than is 100, right? Above 100, greater than 100. Then one